Yes! Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your travel god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Saturday afternoon video, right here on Metal God 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, and subscribe right now. And if you haven't hit that bell yet, hit it now, so you don't miss anything. And that's that. And for our newbies out there, thank you for watching. Make sure you grab that cold one and enjoy. And all that good stuff. I don't have to do a really big intro because I don't have to. It is what it is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday afternoon, March the 28th, 2026, the final weekend of March. First official weekend of spring. Not feeling like it today, but next week is gonna be pretty much up and down, like it always is, and it's gonna be April on Wednesday. April showers. Gonna be raining all this week here in the Northeast up until Easter, which sucks. It's not gonna be as I thought. Thought it was gonna be warm. What? No, doesn't look gonna be that warm for Easter, but. Who knows with this wacky weather we live in here in my neck of the woods. But wherever you may be, hopefully you're having a great day and it's nice and warm or nice. Whatever it is. And all that shit. But anyway. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, as we go through the day, hope everybody has a great day. But today, not so good. As you all know, if you have been following my channel for many years, you know what most of the channel is about, but for newbies out there coming to my channel for the first time, this is a music-related channel. I do have some music videos, music-related videos, talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame, and the inductees, and the nominees, and stuff like that. And I also have some music videos from concerts I go to here and there. And I talk about album reviews and stuff like that. And I got more to come later on this year. But the other half is tribute videos, not for clout, not for views. If you think that, you need your head examined. But I do tribute videos to the faithful departed in music, movies, TV, sports, wrestling included, politics, and stuff like that. So if you like that, then you came to the right place. If you like wrestling and some baseball and some other stuff, you like rants and stuff like that, then go to my other channels. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook. But that's that. But, so, over the last week, we lost a lot of people. A lot of people. Just go back a couple of videos, you'll see who passed away. And stuff like that. But today, another hit to my childhood. I religiously love this movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies. I think it's the top movie in the 1980s. You know it, you love it, you can't get enough of it. And that's Back to the Future. No, not the main stars have passed away, but one of the stars of Back to the Future. He played Principal Strickland in Back to the Future. You know him, you love him. James Tolken has passed away today at the age of 94. Played pretty much Principal Strickland in Back to the Future 1 and 2. He's also in 3. Played a small part in 3. I forgot what even... I think it was, I forgot even what part he played in number 3. But he was there. Old man Strickland, basically. Called everybody a slacker. You know, basically, Marty McFly, George McFly, all slackers. Even in Back to the Future 2, he was, when he went to 1985, the alternate reality, he was still being, calling people slacker and people trying to kill him in this reality, but, he was still a great actor and a great man. But sadly, he passed away at 94. He was also in Top Gun as the Tom Cruise's no-nonsense commanding officer. So, but sadly, he passed away at 94. And he died Thursday, but we found out about this, pretty much, I think, today. I found out about this today, so why not? Anyway, he died Thursday in Saranac Lake, New York. That's upstate for you dumb people at home. A family spokesman announced. He played Napoleon and his lookalike in Woody Allen's Love and Death in 1975, was a crooked accountant known as Numbers, who works for Big Boy Caprice, who was played by Al Pacino in Warren Beatty's version of Dick Tracy, 1990. That's with Madonna as well. He appeared in 3 movies directed by Sidney Lumet as a cop in the Pacino starring Serpico, 1973, as a determined DA in The Prince of the City in 1981, and as a judge in Family Business in 1989. And I'm taking this from the HollywoodReporter.com, by the way. He was also on Broadway. He portrayed salesman Dave Moss in the original version of David Mamet's Glenn Ross, which is, the theater production was in 84-85. The movie, where Ed Harris played a character in 1992, and I was actually on set for that, with that one scene. They were in the bakery, the Chinese restaurant, which used to be a bakery around my old neck of the woods, where I used to live. Now I live somewhere else in Brooklyn, but that scene, if you watch the movie, that scene when they go into the bakery, the Chinese restaurant, it was raining. On set, it was raining, and I got soaked. Me and my dad were there, and we got soaked. That thing, we had to leave. I was like, meh. But it was a good movie. Great movie. Go watch that movie. It's epic. But anyway. So he was in that, and, but especially he was playing intense, intimidating types. Hill Valley High, Mr. Strickland, Back to the Future 2, and the grandfather of what would be Principal Strickland in the Back to the Future 1 and 2 movies. He was in that, so, but that was his big role. And then he played Tom Stinger Jardian when he lights into Cruise's Pete Maverick Mitchell for reckless behavior. Oh, he laid into him. He's like, "You son of a bitch!" You know. But it is what it is. He was also in The Friends of Eddie Coyle in 1973, Amityville Horror, great movie, 1979, Wolfen, 1981, War Games in 1983 with Matthew Broderick, Masters of the Universe, the original He-Man movie, 1987, True Blood, not that version of True Blood, not the one that we all know and love, with Eric Northman, not that one, but that's a different one. True Blood in 1989, and Opportunity Knocks in 1990. He was born June 20th, 1931 in Calumet, Michigan. He cycled through Chicago after his parents' divorce, wound up in Tucson, Arizona, where he graduated from Amphitheater High School in 1949. He was in the Navy for a brief stint. He attended Coe College, C-O-E, that's Coe College, and the University of Iowa. Came to New York with $75 in his pocket, studied with Stella Adler and Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio, where Warren Beatty was a classmate of his in 1956. Made his on-screen debut in 1960 on an episode of ABC's Naked City, and in 1966, he understudied for Robert Duvall, another great actor who passed away, I believe, earlier this year or early last year, before replacing him as bad guy Harry Rote in the original Broadway production of Wait Until Dark, starring Lee Waymack, whose Alan Arkin was cast as Rote in the 1967 film. And then later, he played insurance investigator Norman Keyes on 5 episodes of NBC's Remington Steele. Great. That's a great show back in the 80s. Several characters over 21 installments of A&E's Nero Wolfe Mystery, where he directed a couple episodes. Also was on Miami Vice, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Wonder Years, Leverage, and a whole bunch of other shows. He's survived by his wife, Parmalee, who worked at the American Place Theater as a costumes and scenery painter. They met on the set of the 1971 off-Broadway play Pinkville when he was acting in it, and she was a prop girl. They married that year in Lake Placid. I don't even think they had any kids, but I don't see, on the copy, I don't see that they had any kids. But Donations in his memory can be made to your local animal shelter, animal rescue organization, or the Humane Society chapter. So he was pretty much big in that type of thing with the animals and stuff. Kind of like Betty White, Bob Barker, stuff like that. They always cared about the animals and stuff like that. But yeah, just a sad day in the world of movies. James Tolken passes away at 94. And I'm just going to remember him as, Principal Strickland. That's, all I can remember him as, calling everybody a slacker. You got a real attitude problem. You're a slacker, just like your dad. You want to be a slacker just like your dad? What's wrong with you, McFly? I like how he pretty much controlled Biff in that movie too. Ooh la la, nice reading material. Is that some homework there, Mr. Tannen? I'm not doing any homework because I'm not at home. You got a real attitude problem, Tannen. You're a slacker. That was Back to the Future 2, by the way. When they go back in time and everything. You know the movie. I don't think I need to tell you the fucking movie. I know it back and front, almost all the lines in Back to the Future 1 and 2. Not so much 3, but... Eat lead, slacker! Yeah. But, great man passed away at 94. So he's probably calling people slackers up there in heaven. Who knows right now. But, so to James Tolken, as I always do in my Rest in Peace videos, little toast of whatever I got. I got some Mio Orange. This is great shit, by the way. It's an energy drink. So to James Tolken, Principal Strickland, rest in peace, sir, and I won't be a slacker for the rest of my life. Here's to you. Cheers. And that's pretty much it. Alright. So that's my video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you remember Principal Strickland from Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, leave your thoughts and opinions down below. If you remember him from Top Gun, then do the same thing. But if you have any memories of James Tolken, put it down below, and we'll talk about it. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to go watch the Back to the Future trilogy and have fun today. Minus watching the Mets coming up at 4:15. So I got that. So I'm going to watch some Back to the Future later on today and maybe tonight with the missus, of course, who's not, she watched Back to the Future, remembers Principal Strickland and everything. It's just, what are you going to do? The 80s are gone, pretty much. The 80s are pretty much gone. I think anybody who has, from the 80s, all those big hit TV shows, pretty much almost all of them are gone, or very old right now. I mean, I'm 49. I grew up in 76, so I lived through the end of disco, the end of some good TV shows in the late 70s, but from 80 all the way up to now, the 80s were just an amazing decade. Amazing. I don't think it ever will be replicated, because now it's all about sex, it's all about reality shows that are garbage. No good hit TV shows out there. Maybe even wrestling has gotten so, some are good. WWE is kind of going in really different directions right now. AEW is starting to get back to what it was when it first started. I mean, 765,000 for Dynamite this week. It's amazing. Amazing that AEW is just destroying WWE the first almost 4 months of this year. So, Hunter, you better do something about that. Because WrestleMania ain't looking so good right now. SmackDown last night, I'll talk about that in my next video. SmackDown last night was just horrible. I mean, the fight at the end with Randy and Cody was just so badly produced. And it just came off really weak. But we'll talk about wrestling in my next video on my Kill Demons channel, so check that out. And that's that. But for now, we pay our respects to Principal Strickland, and that's that. So, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're not down with that, like James Tolken would say, you're a slacker! And you always will be a slacker. So, go be a slacker, you haters out there. And that's it. But for everybody else, God bless you all. Take each day as it comes, one day at a time, because we don't know when our next day will come. We could pass away today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Who knows? We don't have that thing on. In that Nickelback video, we don't have our countdown clock or anything like that. We don't have Dragon Balls or Resurrect Us and stuff like that. We don't have Fountain of Youth. We don't even have a genie bottle. The grant us 3 wishes for eternal life and all that shit. We don't have that. If we did, we'd be living forever. But we don't. We can't. I wish it was like that, but the universe was not made like that by God. God didn't create the universe to have people live to like 450 years old or something like that. It would be nice, but maybe in the next universe or next lifetime, I don't know. But take each day as it comes, wait it one day at a time, because we never know when our last day will come, and that's pretty much it. So live your life to the fullest, and just keep on fighting. That's that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace. God bless you all.